Island business is at an all-time low. In 2014, a study was carried out which revealed that the total companies per 1,000 people on the Isle of Wight was 33.2, compared to the 55.3 per 1,000 national average. Although these statistics may not shock you, because of the island's size and population, it currently has the worst business growth rate in England. 541 companies were formed on the Isle of Wight in 2014. In the same year, 401 companies were dissolved. On the Newport High Street, measuring just 0.2 miles long, we found 27 empty buildings, which were formerly local businesses. Business is everywhere, from the little newsagents on the corner to the multi-storey supermarket. But what does business mean to you? To me, there are two distinct groups. The chain companies constantly expanding from far away, and the local business owned by local families determined to make a living.
Many people are aware that local businesses struggle to make anywhere near as much money as chain companies do. And I want to find out what the real reason is. Is it the constant spread of chain companies? Is it the lack of local council support? Or is it just the wants and needs of a new generation? I'm going on this journey and you're going to come with me. And we're going to find out the real reason behind this local business curse.
The island has always been thriving with business. Back before large chain companies existed, people had no choice but to shop in local stores. This was just a way of life, and it suited people's living styles back then. However, as time rolled on, a new style of business was born, the chain company. This new business, intent on spreading like an empire, quickly gained vast popularity among the people for its seemingly endless supply of products and ease of access for all.
So my journey begins here, in Newport, the capital town of the Isle of Wight. I'm here to talk to the owner of Love Coffee, a relatively recently opened cafe. They'll be able to give us a really good opinion on opening so close to Starbucks and Costa. Let's go see them.
I'm the owner of Love Coffee and I manage the staff and do the orders and just general day-to-day running of the coffee shop.
What's it been like for you to open so close to Costa and Starbucks?
Well, we actually took over in March 2015, so Starbucks and Costa were already there. I believe it really affected, when they first opened, it affected the previous owners because they had a roaring business and a lot of people like the chains because of the brand. So it hasn't affected us because we don't know any different.
Do you think that chain companies affect all small businesses?
I guess it depends what they sell. If you've got a niche in the market, for instance, if you're a cake decorating company, then people like small businesses. So a big firm opening up may not necessarily affect a small business. It just depends what they sell.
Have you heard about the new Costa opening in Cowes?
Yes, I have, yeah.
What's your opinion on this?
Well, I actually did sign a Facebook petition against it, but purely because where I have got my own business, I realise how hard it is for other people, small businesses. So I thought it would be a shame if any small businesses in Cowes were to close because of it.
Over the last few months, there has been some controversy over a proposed new branch of Costa opening on Cowes High Street. We went to Cowes to find out more. While exploring this Costa debate, we stumbled upon a group that manages the business community in Cowes. So we went to talk to the head, Maddie Dobson.
Hi, I'm Maddie Dobson. I'm chairman of the Cowes Business Association here in Cowes, obviously.
What is the view of the Business Association on the new Costa opening on the High Street?
We've had a lot of mixed responses to this by our members, so the Cowes Business Association has remained neutral. We've had to. Some of our businesses are for Costa coming. Some of our businesses don't really care, and some of them are really anti it. So as a business association, we've remained very neutral.
Were you in favour of the branch opening, or did you sign the petition to stop it?
I didn't sign the petition to stop it, no, personally. For the simple reason, I don't want to see a large empty shop on Cowes High Street. That shop is a huge shop. To get an independent retailer in there would be impossible. The rates are too high, the rent would be too high. It was going to be a multinational to go in there, or a worldwide brand. For me personally, I have no problem with it being Costa. Costa has a following. People come to have a Costa coffee. And if it's going to bring people into Cowes, then great. Obviously, I hope to goodness it doesn't affect our independence. I hope to goodness it doesn't affect Tiffin's, Decker's, Sales and all the other small independent cafes we've got. But they close on a Sunday. They close at 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, earlier sometimes. And people still want to go out and have a cup of coffee after work. And I think that is where Costa will make their money. It's in the evenings and early mornings.
How important do you think local businesses is to Cowes?
I think it's important to have a serious mix. I really do. The chains bring security. If you've got a lot of visitors coming to your town, I've noticed it by being here in Cowes, sitting, watching people walk up and down the high street. You get people, maybe of the older generation, that will go, oh look, they've got an M&Co. Oh look, they've got Carphone Warehouse. It's like a security blanket. And when they feel secure, then they will go into places like the Earring Collection, into here, into Green Boy Arts and places like that. So I think giving people that security of the larger brands and then having the mixture of the most wonderful diverse shops that we have here in Cowes and elsewhere on the island is very important.
So now we've heard the opinion of the business owners, we're going to ask the public. Do they really want a Costa on the high street?
After speaking to the public, I phoned Costa to give them a chance to comment and give their view. They declined. I decided to talk to the council to get their view on island business as a whole, to see if this is just an isolated battle or an island-wide war. We spoke to Chris Bramall.
My name is Chris Bramall, and I'm an Economic Development Project Officer for the Isle of Wight Council.
What is the current view of the council on the importance of local businesses on the island?
Local business, in terms of, let's say, small family-owned business, is obviously an important component of the Isle of Wight's economy. We've got something like over 3,000 businesses on the island, and the vast majority of them are employing probably less than 10 people. So by default, those guys are local businesses, and therefore they're an important component. The council's view is that obviously we would always be looking to support any island business to what extent we can. The only thing is, like all things these days, is that level of support and the amount that we can do is shaped by the government's austerity programme, which in simple terms means we ain't got a lot of money.
Do you personally believe that the growing number of chains can affect local business or not?
I think this is a really sort of interesting sort of thing to ponder, because I think many things in an economy, there's not a simple answer to that. There's not a yes or no answer to it. there's a sort of a simple sort of view of it that, oh gosh, these guys are coming onto the high street, they're forcing off the smaller guys, and sort of, you know, that's a bad effect. And that there is elements of that is true, but that's not an Isle of Wight phenomenon. That's a national phenomenon.
In your mind, what is the key for a successful local economy? Does local businesses still play a part?
Local companies are still very much part of what needs to be there, and as I said, I think it's more about developing a successful relationship with those multinationals and then learning lessons from them. There's not a simple answer, and it's quite a complex thing to consider. And really what you should be looking to do is put it in the wider context of, we want to make all island companies, you know, bigger, better, and really grow. A lot of national chains started as small local companies.
So we seem to have found that the majority of people are all saying the same thing. They want to support local business, but chain companies are just too convenient. What we've learned here in Cowes, no matter how much people want to use local business, chain companies have just become too big a part in our lives. And it's not just on our island, it's over the whole nation. It's the local versus global war. I think we found it. Chain companies are the biggest challenge facing local business.